Sham no Varunah. Welcome to Shubham Alok Astrology. Today we are going to talk about a very interesting topic, and that topic is Rahu Ketu remedies. Nowadays, astrologers who are not very well learned in astrology have created unnecessary fear in mind of their clients regarding Rahu and Ketu. Are they very fearful? Should we be careful about them? Rahu and Ketu being two parts of the same snake. Should we fear them? One of my spiritual and astrological gurus have told me that the complete Bharatavarsha, the complete world, the whole earth is protected by and saved by snakes only. If you go to the mythology of Vishnu, you will know that the Adi serpent, the Sheshanaga on which Vishnu is resting, holds earth on his head. So should we be afraid of Rahu and Ketu? No. There is unnecessary fear that have been created by money-minded astrologers in the mind of normal clients. Rahu and Ketu, you should not worry about them. First thing. Secondly, as I told you, the whole world is resting on the head of the Sheshanaga. Your existence on this world, your flourish in this world, your success in this world depends majorly on Rahu Ketu. Right? So in this video, we are going to talk about Rahu and Ketu are good in which signs, Rahu and Ketu are good in which houses, and we will also deal about the remedies of Rahu and Ketu. Talking about signs first, according to Saravali, Rahu is good in Aries, Taurus and Cancer, especially if Rahu is in Aries, Cancer and Taurus in the ascendant. Along with these three signs, Rahu is also considered very beneficial in Gemini, Virgo and Aquarius. Right? So these signs, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Virgo and Aquarius, these 6 signs are very good for Rahu. On the other hand, the sign Scorpio and the sign Capricorn is very detrimental for Rahu and Ketu. For Rahu only. Right? Rahu in Capricorn and Rahu in Scorpio creates a whole lot of troubles, be it in the natal chart, be it in the Navamsha chart, or be it in the any chart. Right? Coming to Ketu. Ketu is considered very good in Pisces, Sagittarius, Scorpio and Leo. Ketu is only good in these 4 signs: Leo, Scorpio, Sagittarius and Pisces. Other than these 4 signs, in other signs Ketu is not considered very good. Why? Because Ketu is the Karaka for detachment. Parashar says that Ketu is a planet who is devoid of any influences on him. Ketu is the planet who is neutral. Ketu is the planet who will neither take anyone's side nor will stand against anyone. He will just be completely neutral. Ketu, not Saturn. Mind my words. Ketu, not Saturn, is the real planet who looks after your karma. Saturn is at least influenced by the tamas guna that he is having. But Ketu just works according to the deeds that you do. It's specifically based on the deeds that you do in this life. Saturn may be giving you the result of the deeds that you have done in previous lives, but Ketu is that watchful planet. Ketu have that watchful, omnipotent, ever-present eyes that looks at your karmas that you have done in this life and will give you results accordingly. Talking about houses, Rahu and Ketu being malefics are considered very good in 3rd, 6th and 11th house. Along with this, Ketu is specifically very good in the 12th house, being the significator for emancipation. And let me not forget that according to Parashar, if Rahu or Ketu, but especially Rahu, is placed in a Kendra while having connection with a Kona Lord, then Rahu and Ketu, especially Rahu, becomes Raja Yoga Karaka, giver of very good results. Right? So what do I mean by saying this? If Rahu is in the ascendant aspected by the 5th lord or the 9th lord, or conjoined by the 5th lord or the 9th lord, or if Rahu is in the 4th house aspected or conjoined by the Lagna lord, 5th lord or the 9th lord, or if Rahu is in the 10th house aspected by Lagna lord, 5th lord or 9th lord, or Rahu is in the 5th house aspected by the aspected or conjoined by the 4th lord or the 10th lord, or if Rahu is in the 9th house aspected or conjoined by the 4th lord or the 10th lord, in that scenario Rahu and also Ketu, if Ketu is in these conditions, become Raj Yoga Karaka and gives very good results. Raj Yoga generally means a combination which gives you high success in life, good success in profession, comforts, and everything that one desires, from professional excellence to money to a good, harmonious, affluent life. Everything is given by Raj Yoga, right? So, summing it all up, Rahu and Ketu in ascendant, they are not very good. It depends on the sign. If they are in a good sign, Rahu and Ketu are good in the ascendant, otherwise they are not. In the 2nd house, the position for Rahu and Ketu is challenging. 3rd house is good. With 4th house and 5th house, there is a condition that I have just mentioned. If Rahu or Ketu is in the 4th house under the influence of the Lagna Lord, 5th Lord or the 9th Lord, then it gives good result. If Ketu is in the 4th house under the influence of the Lagna Lord, 5th Lord or the 9th Lord, then it gives the good result. Same goes with the 5th house also, right? If Rahu is in the 5th house or Ketu is in the 5th house under the influence of the 4th Lord or the 10th Lord, in that scenario, it gives very good results. Otherwise, having Rahu or Ketu in the 4th house or the 5th house will be a disaster. 6th house is a good placement for both of them. 6th house is a good placement for Rahu and Ketu. 7th house and 8th house are two challenging houses for Rahu and Ketu. 9th house and 10th house once again are conditional. 11th house is very good for both Rahu and Ketu, and 12th house is very good for Ketu but not for Rahu, right? So summing it all up, Rahu and Ketu are always bad in 2nd house, 8th house, 7th house, right? Only Rahu is very bad in the 12th house, right? Rahu and Ketu are very good in the 3rd house, 6th house and 11th house. Specifically, Ketu is very good in the 12th house also. And the placement of Rahu and Ketu in the 4th house, 5th house, 9th house, 10th house or the ascendant is conditional. They can be good as well as bad. Talking about the remedies, when Rahu and Ketu are in the ascendant, we know that they are considered demons, right? Rahu and Ketu are considered demons. One is Rakshas and one is Asur, right? Rahu is Asur and Ketu is Rakshasa. So when they are in ascendant, the kavach of Rahu or Ketu should be done. Or even better, you should do the Mrityunjay Kavach or Shiva Kavach or Narayana Kavach or Devi Kavach. Any Kavach for the protection should be done if Rahu and Ketu are in the ascendant. If Rahu or Ketu are in the 2nd house, then 2nd house is the house of gemstones. Generally, with malefics in the 2nd house, I will not recommend you wearing a gemstone, but I will recommend you donating that particular thing to a temple. For an example, if Rahu is in the 2nd house, donate sandalwood in the temple. If Ketu is in the 2nd house, donate precious stones like marbles or tiles to the temple. Rahu in the 3rd house, 6th house and 11th house will not need any remedies. And if you think that you are having problem with Rahu in the 3rd house, 6th house or 11th house, then your analysis is wrong. You are not having problem because of them. you are having problem because of some other planets, you have to look at it carefully. Fourth house is the heart, right? Fourth house is the heart. Fourth house is the house of mother. Gatistvam tomeka bhavani is the dialogue of the fourth house, right? So when Rahu or Ketu is in the fourth house and they are troubling you, South Indians can go to snake temples. South Indian can go to Kukke Subramanya or some other snake temple, and North Indians should go to Manasa Devi temple in Haridwar or some other Manasa Devi temple. And mind this particular thing: if you are North Indian, then your Sthana Devata will also be North Indians, and when you are a South Indian, your Sthana Devatas will also be South Indian. So disrespecting the Sthana Devata, disrespecting the Devata who decides over your place, if you go to some other place, that will not be very good for you, but that will actually be bad for you. And mind my words on this regard. If Rahu and Ketu are in the fifth house, then fifth house is the house of mantra, yantra, and tantra. So if Rahu is in the fifth house, you should do Shiva Gayatri mantra or Rudra Gayatri mantra. And when Ketu is in the fifth house, you should do Ganesh Gayatri mantra. When Rahu is in the seventh house, then Shiva Tandav Stotram. And when Ketu is in the seventh house, then Ganpati Atharva Shirsham is highly recommended. When Rahu or Ketu is in the eighth house, in that scenario, Rudrashtakam, Rudra Chamakam, Rudra Vishekam, Mrityunjay Stotram, Mrityunjay Kavacham, Devi Kavacham, Narayan Kavacham. These Kavachams are recommended. Anything for the protection. Kavach, generally the Kavach of deities are employed for protection. At least one Kavach for the protection is recommended when these planets are in the 8th house. Also, very importantly, 8th house is the house of past deeds according to Faladipika. So if Rahu is in the 8th house, you should help beggars in every way that you can do. And if Ketu is in that 8th house, then you should help sadhus and sannyasis in every way that you can. If sadhu and sannyasi even asks you for your favorite watch or your favorite thing, no matter how costly thing they want from you, you should fulfill their wish for sure. 9th house does indicate temples and gurus. So when Rahu is in the 9th house, my recommendation will be to visit the Shiva temple or visit a Ganesha temple at least regularly for 40 days. And when Ketu is in the 9th house, then visiting Saraswati temple or visiting any other Devi temple, specifically Saraswati or Kali temple, will be highly recommended. Going further to the 10th house, if Rahu is there in the 10th house, then in that scenario, either Rahu or Ketu, just remember this, that 10th house is the house of karma. And out of the many karmas that one should do every day, there are Nitya karmas. And a Nitya karma includes Sandhya, Vandan, etc. One of the major Nitya karma is daily worship. So if any planet is in the 10th house, he is ruling over your horoscope, and that planet have to be specifically worshipped. So when you have Rahu or Ketu in the 10th house, then you should either have Rahu Kavacham or Ketu Kavacham at your home. Or for Rahu, you can have any yantra related to Shiva. Or when Ketu is in the 10th house, you can have any yantra related to Ganesha. Kavacham, the Kavach of Rahu and Ketu are same like yantras, but they are a bit different. So you can have Kalsarpa Yantra, or you can have Rahu or Ketu Kavach. Kavach is also a type of Yantra itself. I am just talking of the Yantra type Kavach. Or you should have a Yantra of Shiva for Rahu and the Yantra of Ganesha for Ketu in the 10th house, and then you should wash that Yantra regularly, worship that Yantra regularly, right? So washing the Yantra, chanting mantras before the Yantra, giving some dry fruits to the Yantra daily is a type of a Nitya Karma, is a type of a daily duty that you should do. Specifically, when Ketu is in the 10th house, when Ketu is in the 10th house, remember that 10th house is the highest epitome, the highest point to which one can rise. And when Ketu is in the 10th house, you should have a triangular flag at the top of your home, most preferably in the mid of your terrace, a triangular flag. Right? Many people do this remedy. 11th house, they don't create problems, right? Ketu in the 12th house will not create problem. When Rahu is in the 12th house, in that scenario, Chayadan is something that I will highly recommend. What is Chayadan? Chayadan is take a bowl, most preferably not a steel bowl, right? So bowl made up of some copper kind of stuff, right? Copper, bronze, etc. Take a small bowl, pour some oil into that, right? Sesame oil or black til oil is most preferred, right? So put some oil into that, see your face in that oil, and then donate that oil to someone, or give that oil to a temple, or give that oil in the root of a people tree for Rahu. Talking about Ketu in the 12th house, Sankasta Nashan Ganapati Stotram and using green pen for writing is something that I will highly recommend. In those cases, when Rahu and Ketu are in the 3rd house, 6th house, or 11th house, and you think that they are creating problems for you, if you think they are naturally they are not creating any problem, but if you think that they are creating problem, in that scenario, any stotra of Rahu and Ketu can be done, and that will take care of everything. I have told you the remedies in a nutshell, but mind my words, astrology is not a child's play. It is something very serious, and one planet, 2 planets, or 3 planets are not working in your horoscope. There are 9 planets, 12 rashis, and 12 houses, and results in astrology are produced by a synchronization between the 9 planets, 12 houses, and 12 rashis, right? So generally doing a remedy will give you general result. If you want a special, personalized, focused result, I highly recommend you to get your horoscope analyzed by a competent and qualified person. Thank you for watching the video.